Let's watch this news clip together because this is what is happening over in the UK in regards to retatrutide, and it's really interesting. And I wonder if we were in the US to ban these research peptides and gray market peptides, would we start to see this happen in the US?
These are fake weight loss jabs. They're knockoffs of a real drug called retatrutide, which is still in development. We've already exposed how easy it is to get hold of dangerous fakes like these. But now I'm going to tell you more about how the brands illegally selling them actually work. Like how easy they are to set up.
I could show you right now. It would take a couple of minutes.
And how one of the biggest brands selling fake retatrutide is actually silencing its critics.
People were getting poorly and coughing up blood
By manipulating the social media giant TikTok.
These are criminals that you're dealing with, so who knows how far these people go.
Licensed weight loss drugs have proven to be incredibly powerful, and when used with proper medical supervision, they can be life-changing.
Well, this was taken in the summer of last year. I don't recognise myself at this point.
Yeah.
I really don't.
James lost more than 6 stone after being prescribed a well-known weight loss jab called Mounjaro.
I have lost 77 pounds.
He started sharing his weight loss story online, and now he works with pharmacies where he's paid commission to promote their services.
I get paid per referral, so I make my content around my own journey, and then I talk about the pharmacies that support me.
But soon he started to worry about other people online who are misusing potent and untested drugs like retatrutide.
There are lots of vulnerable people online that don't understand the difference between what is legitimate and what is illegitimate, and some of those people will end up dead.
So he says he decided to warn his followers.
My fatal mistake was to make a video talking about the dangers of retatrutide, and that video did go fairly viral.
Almost immediately after posting, his TikTok account was banned, and he quickly realised he wasn't the only one. Other influencers who had also spoken about the dangers of fake retatrutide had been targeted too. He started digging around. He joined a group chat on the encrypted platform Telegram, run by one of the biggest fake weight loss jab sellers, Illuvi.
I went into the groups, searched my own name, the name of people that had been taken down, and found a lot of people, the same names coming up, were systematically taking us down.
So how did James and the other influencers lose their TikTok accounts? Well, fake accounts like this one, Piggy Soap, which have millions of followers, would clone the influencers' accounts. The fake accounts would copy the name and the picture of the influencer and then report the real account to TikTok for impersonation. James thinks Piggy Soap's 1.4 million followers were bought to make it look legitimate.
So you reckon Illuvi is paying people to take down critics?
Yeah, that's my firmly held belief. We're being silenced, and TikTok has just become this cesspit of people that are selling these illegal peptides.
Are you scared?
Of course. These are criminals that you're dealing with. There's an awful lot of money flowing through their accounts. If you try and say anything against kind of a gang, what might happen to you?
We've seen evidence that Illuvi is linked to the TikTok account Piggy Soap, which had James's account removed. We asked Illuvi if they were behind the takedown of influencers' accounts, but they didn't get back to us. The danger is people don't know what they're taking or how much to take. They're getting medical advice from people on social media rather than trained professionals. One user on Reddit says instead of 3 milligrams, they took 30 milligrams by mistake. And others say they've suffered things like abdominal pain, fever, and projectile vomiting. Experts have told us that it could be fatal. Despite the dangers though, fake weight loss brands like Illuvi are all over social media. So what really is Illuvi? In October, it was at the heart of the world's biggest weight loss jab raids, where thousands of pens were seized in Northamptonshire. It and brands selling it hide behind encrypted groups and use influencers to promote its products. Lucy was on holiday when she got a message from an Illuvi reseller asking if she wanted to promote Illuvi jabs. We've changed her name and her voice to hide her identity because she works in the healthcare sector.
They said, hey, we love your content. We'd love it if you wanted to join us as an ambassador and start taking commission by selling these pens if you're interested. And me being on holiday, I'd had a few drinks and messaged back, yeah, that sounds great.
Lucy admits that she uses weight loss jabs from the black market. She says they're more affordable. They've helped her drop 6 stone, and her general health has vastly improved.
I quickly started losing weight. My periods came back and my skin was better.
So she started talking about her weight loss journey online too. That's when the seller of Illuvi pens reached out. She says it was a lucrative business.
I did have a couple of friends of mine go and buy the pens, so I did make a couple of sales. But there were some people in there who were making upwards of £1,000 per week.
Illuvi drugs are presented as life-transforming.
Illuvi retatrutide is helping people lose inches, not just pounds.
Its fake retatrutide promises to be twice as effective as some of the legal drugs already on the market. But soon after she started to promote these pens, Lucy became very worried.
A post had come up on my TikTok, and somebody had been coughing up blood.
People were complaining of becoming ill from the product, and she didn't like how the Illuvi reseller told influencers to treat those sick clients.
People were saying they were gaining weight. They didn't feel well. These ambassadors and the owners of the group were saying, you'll be fine. You just have to keep going. You'll lose the weight eventually. And the ambassadors in the group were telling people, I've not lost any weight, but don't worry, I'll tell them I've lost 5 stone. So all these customers who were buying from them were buying under false pretenses.
It was when she got the paperwork that she said looked dodgy that she decided to stop promoting the fake drugs.
It looked like Egyptian hieroglyphics, and that's when I kind of stuck my ground and said, I don't want any part in this. I'm out. I want nothing more to do with this.
But then her account was also taken down.
That's when they started getting really angry with some of us that did want to leave. And that's when they started reporting our TikToks and having our accounts taken down for false impersonation.
In the murky world of fake weight loss drugs, people are dangerously exposed to misinformation online. And when even a global social media giant struggles to tell the fake from the genuine, how can anyone trust the information they find? We took all of our evidence to TikTok, and as a result of our investigation, it has banned Illuvi's account. That's a big dent in the brand at the heart of the world's biggest fake weight loss jab seizure. TikTok also admitted that it had taken down the influencers' accounts for false impersonation, and then later reinstated several of them, and that it had banned Piggy Soap for impersonation. It's clear Illuvi and the other brands selling retatrutide are running sophisticated operations, so I want to find out more about how they work.
I know there are definitely some of these middleman labs that are based in the UK. Sometimes it might be that the initial peptide product is bought from China.
Luke's been studying the medicine's black market for years. He told me there are normally 4 stages to the supply chain. It starts in labs in countries like China, where fake compounds are cooked up. From there, wholesalers step in, which is where he thinks brands like Illuvi come into play. They import the product, rebrand it, and move it into markets like the UK. Then come the distributors on the ground. These are people like gym owners, beauticians, social media hustlers. They sell it either directly to consumers or they push it out to small-time dealers who are supplying just a few clients each.
So how easy is it to find a supplier in China?
I could show you right now. It would take a couple of minutes. So it's as simple as going to this online marketplace where a lot of sellers from China are advertising their product. And if I just type retatrutide, there it is, and click.
Wow. First one here, 50 cents for a vial. Well, they're making a huge amount of money on that then.
Yeah.
This is all scarily simple. In just a few clicks and for less than $1, people can buy this fake drug. Then they can repackage it and sell it here in the UK. Remember, real retatrutide is still in clinical trials.
It's not safe for human use and it's illegal to sell to the public.
The legitimate company that makes the real drug is Eli Lilly. They say that fake weight loss drugs pose a serious risk to patients.
It's a professional operation here. This isn't just someone that's put together a vial and sending them out.
Dr. Sophie Dix worked as a scientist for Eli Lilly for more than a decade. She says the process to bring a drug to market is extremely rigorous.
I mean, it goes through a very, very long process of drug discovery. So to get the license in the first place, and for retatrutide this hasn't even happened yet. Once it's approved, it has to go through the manufacturing process, and again, highly regulated. The exact dosing regimens, the exact titration patterns, all of this will need to be figured out during the clinical trials.
In our last film, we showed you that there are loads of videos and accounts promoting illegal fake retatrutide on YouTube. YouTube says it's now terminated a number of flagged channels and videos. As more and more young people use social media as their high street, online safety laws are of huge importance. A parliamentary question was also tabled as a result of our reporting. The Online Safety Minister said that the Online Safety Act gives platforms duties to tackle illegal content and activity on their services.
We are already seeing here in the US the overflow of what's happening in the UK. Not so much the fake pens and things like that, but we are seeing where TikTok has changed its rules about what you can and cannot say. And it'll be interesting to see if other social media platforms like YouTube follow suit. And that's why many people have heard me say, you know, if you're going to talk about these other peptides like ratatouille, then you really have to be careful about the words that you use. Over on TikTok, you can't even say that you lost 130 pounds on a GLP1. You have to say, I lost 130 potatoes. It's really kind of silly because we all know what we're talking about. But it's interesting to see both kind of the overflow of this and also how people are managing around it. So far in the US markets, there's not really anything that's squashing the sale of research grade or gray market peptides. But is that something that's coming in the future? It's really hard to tell. And I'm curious to see where this goes long term. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride. And also, drop down in the comments and let me know. Do you think that because of all of the challenges that they're having in other countries, that eventually it will be something that will be banned here? Or do you think that there's too much money to be made in the research space? And so we'll just keep it going, but kind of keep it under the table. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, be kind, rewind.